Hey everyone, Tamara here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a very crucial and fundamental topic that plays a huge part in your spiritual development, and that is of shadow work. Now, what is the shadow? The shadow is a term that was coined by Carl Jung in the 1800s or 1900s, I believe, and it's to deal with all the suppressed aspects of yourself. So, for example, trauma that could stem from childhood. For example, emotions. Maybe there's certain people that hurt you and you're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to show your anger, your rage. You let people walk all over you. You have poor boundaries. Maybe you suppress your desires. There may be something that you really, really want to experience in life. For example, love or money, but you don't believe that you're worthy of receiving these things. So you tell yourself, ugh, I don't need it. Money is evil. Ugh, love, I don't need to be in a relationship. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. Right. We see you. You ain't fooling no one. Or maybe even you suppress your creative abilities because you're ashamed of what other people feel about you or will think about you. So, for example, you don't put out your music, you don't start your YouTube channel, you don't want to put out your paintings, whatever it is that you use to creatively express yourself, you're afraid to show other people because you worry about what are they going to think about me. So you suppress the creative aspects of yourself. So all of these suppressed aspects of yourself lead to what is known as your shadow. And if you do not take the time to heal the shadow, what happens is that it ends up controlling you. So if you fail to bring the unconscious to the conscious, the dark to the light, what ends up happening is that these suppressed aspects of yourself end up running your life. So with me, for example, I had so much trauma I had to work through, and I'm still working through. I had feelings of unworthiness, feelings of low self esteem. I felt like in order for me to even be with a man, I had to sleep with him first. Like, do you see what I'm saying? And this obviously is a result of my own childhood trauma where I grew up feeling emotionally neglected. So I felt like, okay, in order for me to even find love, uh I have to basically give myself away. And it's so unfortunate, but obviously it's a lesson learned. So it's nothing to be ashamed about. Everything that we've gone through in life is nothing to be ashamed about. It's just about owning those darker aspects of yourself and integrating them. And obviously, when you integrate it fully and you own these aspects of yourself, you then become more powerful and live a more so-called enlightened life, a life where you no longer feel controlled by what happened to you in the past. Your traumas no longer affect you. People no longer trigger you, right? And if somebody says something to you that you don't like, if you feel like someone is disrespecting you, you speak up. You no longer let people walk all over you, and you no longer have poor boundaries, right? So when you do shadow work and identify what your unhealed wounds are, you are able to then take back your power and live a more fulfilling life. I mean, if you really want to make some serious spiritual development, you have to work with the darker aspects of yourself. And mind you, this is not fun. It's not a pretty progress. And do you know why? Because you have to feel all those painful emotions. that you've been suppressing. So, like with me, for example, I was suppressing a lot of anger, a lot of resentment because of what people from my past did to me. And when I started meditating, those types of situations played over and over and over again in my mind, like a video reel. And I had to watch it and really feel all those painful emotions again and again and again until I felt like, okay, I'm now processing all this pain and suffering that I went through and I'm healing it, right? And it does take time. So you don't want, it's not something that you should rush. And you're gonna cry many, many, many tears. You will, trust me. If you're doing some serious shadow work, you will be in tears basically all the time. So when I started meditating and started identifying my triggers and people who hurt me, I was a mess for a long time. But eventually you do reach a point within your spiritual development where you do feel like these traumas no longer bother you, and actually it's it's empowering you now. So you're not always going to stay stuck just healing and healing and healing. No, eventually you will reach a point where you feel empowered, and you could be even an example for other people. So to get started with the process, you should meditate and also identify what triggers you. But meditation, in my opinion, is one of the most powerful tools to use to do shadow work, because there's no way to run from yourself. When you meditate, you're literally facing yourself, your suppressed desires, thoughts, traumas, emotions, etc. So use meditation as a tool to help you to do shadow work and in your overall spiritual development. Right, so that is my video on shadow work, guys. And I know you can also work with certain deities that can help you with shadow work. I personally haven't, so I can't give you guys too much information about that, but there are entities out there that you can work with that can uh, help you to integrate your shadow more. So, but these are more the darker entities that you'd want to work with, the divine feminine energies, such as like Kali Ma or Hecate. More darker divine feminine energies is the types of um, deities that you want to work with. Okay, so that is my video for you guys today about shadow work. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. So take care and bye.